Hello everybody, welcome back to the 7th day of daily December. I've been pulling a lot of videos from before I moved and Twitch clips, but today I wanted to talk about something that is a little more, that's like a little more current, you know, keeping up with the news. And I'm tired of this kind of stuff, but I'm gonna make a video about it because I feel like it needs to be talked about. And unfortunately, as much as I don't like talking about this kind of stuff because it's depressing and it sucks and it comes with a bunch of annoying people who are gonna get mad about it, we're gonna talk about this kind of stuff anyways because it's necessary. You guys might know IShowSpeed. He's a really popular streamer on YouTube, a really young kid. He's like 17 years old. He's been streaming the past couple of years, so he started when he was really young. And the main selling point for his stream and for himself as a personality is that he screams a lot and he like throws temper tantrums, and that's like that's it. That's all it is. And that's not even like a dig at him. Like the people who watch him would also say that about him. That's kind of like literally what he's known for. Yes, I got fucking oh God, you're real. That boy. Yeah. Hey. I made a video about IShowSpeed, or I made a video that he was in a few months ago that talked about a bunch of controversies with streamers, and his was probably the worst out of all of them. No, it definitely was the worst out of all of them. He basically like berated women on stream who ended up in his team in whatever game he was playing, and told like the women who were playing in the game against him that they were like, that they should be like subservient to their husbands and they should stay in the kitchen, and called them bitches and all this shit. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Oh, wait, time out. It's a female talking to me right now. It's a fucking female talking to me. Get off the fucking game and do your husband dishes, bitch. Shut up. And that's not even like the first controversy he was in. On his stream, he had a TikTok star who was a woman who was hanging out with him on stream, and he threatened to rape her as a joke on stream.
Say if we're the last two people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue. No! Reproduce with me?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine, and then their kids, no.
Who gonna stop me?
I will.
Who's gonna stop me?
I will.
If we the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
Gee,
you're not stopping me. If we the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me? Yeah, come on. Who gonna stop me? If we the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
A lot of the time when this stuff happens, the same exact cycle happens. People talk about it, a big group of people are angry, except it all boils down to, hey, this kid is young and he's still learning, and hopefully he'll learn from this and he'll grow up. But then he immediately makes jokes about it and then goes back to being a piece of shit. And this brings me to today when I found this clip on Twitter that I'll show you all. Go ahead and watch it.
Bro, and come back. Come here. Come back. Why you got on Argentina, bro?
English, no.
Konnichiwa? Konnichiwa?
No, Chinese.
Konnichiwa, Argentina.
Chinese, no konnichiwa.
Boing.
Yeah, so it's racist, right? I don't need to like give you commentary on what the clip was. And before I continue, let me put another clip of something that happened on one of his streams.
Hey, where you from? Huh? No English? Allah? Wallahi? He's Indian? Oh, you know that song?
Now again, I don't think there's any commentary to be had, but the reason why I wanted to make a video about it was, one, just to show people on a wider scale what kind of stuff is not only being like promoted, but celebrated within the streaming community. I was just at the Streamies on Sunday, and IShowSpeed was a nominee for Breakout Streamer of the Year, which surprised me because of all the controversy that he's been in. I would assume that a award show that is supported by YouTube and supported by Twitch wouldn't want to promote a creator like that. And not only did he get nominated, but as I was at the show, I learned that he also won the award.
And the Streamy goes to IShowSpeed!
Someone who has really shown no remorse for the stuff that he's done and has basically been brushed off as, hey, this kid's young, he's gonna learn, and he's pretty funny, so let's continue to allow him to do the stuff he does. And I left out one of the bigger things that he did on his stream, which is a few weeks ago when he had Paradox Metaverse, which was this like crypto company that turned out to be a massive scam, and they had him on his stream, and he had them on his stream to promote this cryptocurrency metaverse program, which ended up being a big scam, and also used the promotion to like break PS5s for no reason. And then also told people that Ronaldo was going to be on the stream, and it was like this weird like knockoff version of him, which like of course he's not going to end up actually being on the stream, but it's kind of ironic when you know that the entire stream is a scam. And again, that situation was boiled down to, hey, you know, this sucks that IShowSpeed scammed his very young audience, and even they looked through his bullshit because they were the ones that called it out for being a scam, putting in the chat, I show scam. Is that what it was? And yeah, you can say he was young. You can say that he's going to learn from it. And you can also say that, hey, Paradox Metaverse, those guys are actual villains and have proven themselves to be scammers who have no remorse. And, you know, they tricked a young kid into giving him a bunch of money to promote their very obvious scam. But in all of these situations, I have to say, whether he's 15 or 17 or 23 or 30 years old, he's a fucking idiot if he actually believes any of these things are okay at the age that he's at. It doesn't matter if he's a goddamn adult or if he's a kid. When you look at the actual effect that that adult or kid has on people, the effect is what matters. It's not about like what part of him is an adult and has he actually learned, and can we really get mad at someone for screaming at women and calling them lesser than because he's a kid and because he's funny and that's his whole thing? And it's a tired fight because, you know, his audience is also younger kids than himself who are going to defend no matter what he says, because it's another thing like the rest of the Andrew Tates and Sneekos, where these guys are like the cool older brother to a lot of these kids. And so you can't really trick them into suddenly thinking that someone like me is cool, because I'm not cool to a bunch of high school boys. Why would I be? So it's kind of exhausting because, you know, stuff like this happens and you feel the need to talk about it and do something about it. And what's going to happen is, again, people are going to look at all of these videos and they're going to say, hey, you know, this guy, you know, was misogynistic, racist. He tried scamming his audience of young kids. You know, he threatened to sexually assault women to their face in front of tens of thousands of people. Where is the line when you decide that someone is irredeemable? You know, where you decide that someone is just inherently a piece of garbage. And we shouldn't be okay with the fact that they continue to do what they do and hopefully they learn, because it's like every day there's tens of thousands of kids who go to watch this dude. And, you know, he's not going to learn how to be a normal person in a day, especially when there's no repercussions for any of it. The way the system is built is people like this are going to thrive because all it takes is their audience, you know? All it takes is a big number of people. I don't really know where that brings me with any sort of conclusion. I think it's tiring knowing that this stuff is going to continue to happen and that the majority of people aren't even going to really take it seriously because he's a kid and his whole thing is being funny and outrageous and absurd. And this isn't even to mention the fact that Asian racism across the United States is just like widely not taken as seriously. And it's a sad thing because it's something that a shit ton of people experience in this country. And unfortunately, it still has not really become as publicly unacceptable to be racist towards Asian people as opposed to a lot of other minorities. And, you know, it really only gets worse from here for stuff like this, because the way that someone like IShowSpeed works is that he finds absurd things that he can do to get in front of people. And the tweet that I'm looking at right now was posted 9 hours ago, and there's 4 million views on the video. There's 4 million views of this dude's face and this dude's name, and the amount of people who already hate him are already there. But his audience is going to see it and they're going to love it. And, you know, a good chunk of this 4.2 million is going to see it and they're going to like it. And they're going to, you know, add on to the massive amount of people that join his stream every day. And it's just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's crazy that that's the norm now, you know? And it really is sad too that a kid like IShowSpeed, who has definitely experienced racism and discrimination in his life, can't look at other people and realize that they might feel that way about the way he talks about them. But, you know, he doesn't give a shit about that because, as I said, there's a certain amount of time where it goes from, hey, maybe this kid will learn and he's young, and then it turns into, oh no, he's being enabled to do it because it makes him more popular. And as a result, I have to come to the conclusion that inherently, IShowSpeed is just a piece of shit. I don't see any way someone like this can turn around and redeem themselves and be able to make up for all the disgusting shit that they've done and said and influenced for people. So that's where I'm going to leave it. It's depressing and sad, and I don't know. It's not even like worth getting angry over. It's just like, I'm tired, and you know, I watched this dude get praised for being the breakout streamer a couple days ago in front of a bunch of fucking people who, most of them, he's fucking insulted in the room. So that's it, I guess. Bye.